Have you ever questioned why this particular thing that you're following right now in your life is not fulfilling? Have you ever thought that all the things that you're trying to do for yourself are not actually authentic to who you are and are not aligning with your deepest core? And have you ever thought what it's like to shift timelines? Well, if you want to know about these things, stay tuned for the rest of the video, because this is what I'm going to be talking about in this video. Welcome to the Black Rabbit, and let's go down into the rabbit hole of shifting timelines. Timelines. You will see people talk about timelines. What is the concept of shifting timelines? So, shifting a timeline is basically every decision you make is a cause and effect that will lead you to a certain direction. Now, this cause and effect is infinite. One cause that you may have, and one act that you may do, one thought that you may have, one action that you may do, is basically shifting timelines. And so this can have a smaller scale from a minute to minute, and it can have a higher scale from a day to day, to a month towards a month, to a year, and so on and so forth. Everything that already exists, everything and its possibility that you may be thinking has already happened, because we live in an infinite universe with infinite amount of possibilities. And so shifting timelines is shifting and jumping into another cause and effect that has already been created. There is an aspect of you in the future that is rich. There is an aspect of you in the future that is poor. There is an aspect of you in the future that is homeless. There is an aspect of you in the future that is a doctor. There is an aspect of you in the future that is with Monica Bellucci. There is an aspect of you in the future that is whatever your imagination can take you to somewhere. That thing already exists. And when we are talking about fate and destiny, basically you see the picture of fate and destiny when you look back to the choices that you've done. Karma, destiny, fate is the principle of law of cause and effect. And in an infinite universe, shifting timelines is basically a very simple idea that all versions of you out there already exist. But when you're shifting timeline, you're attuning yourself to a certain effect that already exists. The mind cannot comprehend that and cannot really intellectualize this concept, but outside the circles of time, outside of the present moment, is uncertainty, is the unknown. And the unknown holds all the possibilities that you may have thought about yourself. So, if today I decide to read a book about anything, that in the future is gonna lead me to frequencies and behaviors that match with the book that I read today. You going up to this beautiful girl and talking to her is literally just shifting timelines. But when it comes to authenticity, shifting timelines can be the ability of letting go of things that you're holding on to, and your ego having you in a certain paradigm of safety, in a certain comfort zone. And shifting a timeline means that everything that aligns with who you are is already there and is meant for you to happen. In order to align with timelines that align the best with you, you have to follow your intuition. And following your intuition consists of listening to your inner voice guiding you, a thing that might be very complex in our today's world, because society wants you to be this one individual that is fixed and can give their whole life force, their whole energy into one task, into one organization, into one goal. And if everything is about copy-pasting an identity that you're not, then you lose touch with who you truly are and your authentic self. So, to put it in a nutshell, you can shift timelines all the time. And if you want to align with the timelines that are best suitable for you, you have to follow your intuition. And if you feel like right now you are out of touch with your intuition, then the best thing you can do is embrace the feminine qualities within your being, which are being receptive, letting go, feeling your emotions, listening to your body, listening to your higher self, your daemon, and taking a step back from the rush of the monkey mind that wants to attach to all this kind of ideas and thoughts, and just being with yourself. So if you want to see how this looks like, I have this chair, where this chair is my getting in touch with myself chair. I sit here and I just leave the phone aside, I just leave everything aside, and I sit here with myself. I'm introspecting, and if I feel something that needs to come on the surface, I might as well go ahead and do it. Because if you want to evolve to your highest potential and to your highest good, you have to understand that we live in a feminine universe. We live inside of a feminine womb. We live inside of a feminine entity. You can call it an architect, but when we are saying the architect, we are imagining this grandpa, this old wise man that puts structure into things. And I'm not saying that there is not this aspect of creation. Of course there is. But if you look and pay attention to this world is consuming. There's always chaos around you. You see the stars, you see the galaxy, and you see that planets are structured within chaos. You look at the universe and it's in totality, our universe specifically, it consists of dark matter energy, this chaotic energy, the night, the silence, and you will just see tiny dots that we like to call them as stars. And the stars are the secret order within chaos. And so to be able to find yourself aligning with the universe and to shift in timelines of your highest potential, you need to embrace the feminine current within yourself. Either you're a man or a woman. We are used to, in the matrix, to be hyperactive, and being hyperactive is rewarding. But when we're talking about spiritual evolution and soul evolution, embracing the feminine energy is something really, really difficult when we are stuck in our minds and we have zero connections with our heart, with our bodies, with a subconscious mind, I would say. Then how do you expect to choose the best thing that aligns for you? Because the mind will play games. It's gonna say, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do the other thing. And you are attaching to all these thoughts. And I'm not saying that this is necessarily bad, but if you want to see yourself evolving, you gotta take a step back. Something really difficult if you're hustling all day. And if you find yourself hustling all day, that's good. But on the other side, if you come home and you still hustle and you still put your mind into work and you cannot have 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 1 hour of just being you with yourself, without a phone, without anything that keeps your mind in an active state, how do you expect to follow your intuition in that sense? And so what I would suggest for shifting into the best timelines that suit for you is to remember the following. What gonna reward you the most in life is taking two step back in order to come in touch with your foundation, come in touch with who you are, and make decisions upon your roots. Because if you're making decisions that are stuck into the illusion, then you're most probably gonna find yourself doing things that are not fulfilling, and they're gonna be soulless, and they're not gonna be for your highest good. That was a very short video. It turned out to be 15 minutes. But yeah, if you like the video, like it. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. I'm not gonna tell you what you want to do, and see you on the next one. Peace.